Which country has the best food? Plenty of places have awesome food, but my personal favorite is Italy. Most pizza I've had in Italy was amazing. But if you ever get the chance to visit Naples, make a point of going to L'Antica Pizzeria do Michele. Simply mind-blowing. There's another place we went to in Lido di Jesolo when staying there that was fantastic. Can't remember the name for the life of me, but was seriously good. I'm not a big ravioli fan, but could have ate a bucket of theirs. So light and tasty. Breakfast, obviously a full Ulster fry is the world standard without needing discussion. I'm going to hold the flag for the UK, that any Brit will agree with me, at least we bloody love it. But precisely because of our bad native cuisine and our international links. We have some of the best international restaurants going. Want amazing Japanese? We got it. Amazing Italian? Yep. Spectacular French? Yep. It's like you're there. The best Argentinian? Hello. Our unique position of shit-perceived native food but great links makes me super lucky to be a foodie here. Any country near South Asia. This is factual BC. They gave high crop fertility, lots of water roots, and have the most spices of any country to the point where many countries in Europe tried to rob them of it. Secondly, India was the richest country in the world prior to colonialism and imperialism. Hence why items like gold, diamonds, and the finest silks are rampant there. In other words, they have environmental factors and reaches for the best foods. Japan. The quality of ingredients, the freshness and quality control of those ingredients simply cannot be beat. The sheer variety of dishes they have, fish, pork, red meat, chicken, you name it, they make an incredible dish for it. From a 5-star restaurant right down to a dingy back halai shack, you'll always get a meal that's been made with precision, care quality ingredients, and ironically, they make some of the best fried chicken around. Honestly, if you want to travel to eat, I would go to Buenos Aires. I have traveled a lot and found that is the best variety, quality, availability, and bang for your buck. Everyone thinks of steak, which is definitely great there. But most of the great food is actually their own version of many regional Italian cuisines. The wine is amazing and their own version of ice cream. Argentine helado will change your life. Definitely USA or Canada. Not because American or Canadian dishes are great, but they have cultures from virtually every country in the world. So you have a huge selection of good food. You can get food from virtually any global culture in the NYC or Toronto area. Italian food is overrated. Edit did not mean to sound disparaging to American or Canadian dishes. I personally love contemporary American dishes. Everywhere has good food, which is why I like America. We have basically all of it. I might have to travel an hour also to get something specific, but it's all here. Greek, Italian, French, Korean, Chinese, Thai, Laos, British, Mexican, South American, African, and my fave Native American. So many much food and people wonder why we are fat. You did it to us, with your goddamn good food. I'm going to be Reddit controversial and say the UK. The warming comfort of traditional British food is unmatched. And the melting pot of global cuisines available in this country, with and without a British twist, is sensational. Also, if superfine dining is your thing, there is an insane number of Michelin-starred restaurants in this country. For such a small space, it's hard to answer BC. It really comes down to personal preference. French and Italian food are very delicious, but after a while I get tired of all the heaviness of the cream France and all the bread pasta Italy. I could probably eat Japanese or Vietnamese food all the time though, because it's lighter and has a stronger emphasis on fish, herbs versus heavy sauces. Bread. Turkish, Mediterranean with more red meat. I've been to all the listed countries, and my top 3 are Turkey, Japan, Italy. I hear Lebanese food is very close to Turkish, but sadly I've never been. I also sadly have to say what you have locally is nothing like what you have as insert Japanese. Turkish etc. food in other countries. Best tasting China without a doubt. By far. So far ahead of the competition. Whatever there is in the world, China has a better version of it and has had a better version of it for hundreds of years. Best quality healthy Italian, Greek, Spanish, the Mediterranean countries. Any opinion that is not this is incorrect. I would say any country that has a vibrant street food scene. I see this stuff on YT and I think, why can't we get this here? You really have to be in a large metro area, it seems. One of the things I liked about NYC. I was also amazed at how every little bodega in Houston had fresh food for relatively cheap. Many countries that aren't the US IMO, we do our own food very fucking good too. But a tortilla makes everything better to me. Omelette. Wrap it in a tortilla and eat it like a burrito. Leftovers, burrito or taco, that shit. I used to make PBJ in a tortilla and take that with me instead. I would have to say UAE just because they have everything, since they have people from everywhere. Like, I have had so many interesting dishes from so many countries there. The best pad thai I've ever had was at a mall food court there. I don't even know how that's possible, but it's true. It's France. Got French fries not invented in Belgium. Google it. That magret. That confit. Raclette. Pain au chocolat. Croque monsieur madame. Crepes. Anything with onion, etc. Just the best. Especially as French cuisine is known for originality, high standard more than any other. I have to say, USA, hear me out. We are such a ground mixing pot that all cultures come here and bring food, customs, traditions, and diversity. You may have to search for better options, but in most large cities you can find a wide assortment of authentic cuisine from all over the world. Quality for price. Mexico. Specifically, Mexico City has so many food options and availability, it's insane. We both ate a plate of fresh cooked flautas with rice and beans for like $7 USD total. I was shocked. If you enjoy food carts and street food, CDNX is the place to be. All cuisines have great food, and there is a lot of subjectivity on what people like. There are lots of untrue stereotypes about many countries having bad food, the UK being the top example of this, despite us having many of the greatest dishes, especially desserts. Rice seems to be the best food, and it has led to that area in the world having more people than the entire rest of the world combined. So, which country do I ascribe rice to? China, I guess. Though India produces just a few % less than China. And Bangladesh, Belarus, Canada, the Czech Republic, Kuwait, Turkey, the US. It's Bangladesh hands down if we compare the local cuisine, and Canada if we compare the multicultural restaurant offerings. Any answer that isn't France or Italy is just wrong. Every country has a few good dishes, but none has as much depth as France and Italy. You could write 10 books about French and Italian cuisine and still not cover all of it. Vietnam. There's quite a bit of variety, as well as strong influences from other cuisines such as Chinese and French. Vietnamese food also uses a lot of fresh herbs and vegetables. Vietnam also has the best coffee in Asia IMO. Thailand will always be number 1 IMO. Proper Chinese food is also really good, not the fast food kind, but the type that has a menu in Chinese and sells intestines. Indonesian and Surinamese food are also pretty good. Either Vietnam or Sri Lanka, for me. So much fresh fruit, vegetables and herbs. The right amount of spice. I could happily live and eat in either of those countries my whole life, raised in the UK. Now living in France. Go to a Belgian friture and order a cheeseburger with jopia sauce. It'll ruin all the other cheeseburgers you'll eat for the rest of your life. While you're at it, get some bitterballs with a currywurst special. Peru has got to be up there. World-class cuisine in Lima, the most diversity of climates of any country, including massive swaths of jungle. I ate so many unbelievable fruits and fishes that I'd never seen before. The majority have a great food, I can't think of a dumber thing to try and pin down as the greatest. The places with the most variety of influences that are probably the most universally liked. Singapore. You get all the Western conveniences and melting pot of other cultures, but if you want the accessibility and affordability and street eats, the hawker stands will never let you down. I think it's subjective, and a lot of food has had influences from other counties. Also, if you eat Indian food in India, then try it in the UK or try it in Canada. They can be quite different. The answer to that question is subjective and depends on personal taste preferences. But countries like Italy, Japan, and India are often celebrated for their diverse and flavorful cuisines. India, the blends of spices and the range of herbs they use is both healthy and delicious. Arguable the country with the best food in the world, but if you think otherwise, I support you. Serbia, hands down with country's specific geographical position. It has culinary influence from both East and West, and it all fused in the amazing experience that is Serbian food. People may not like it, but it's America. Not because of American food, but the diversity. Yes, there's a lot of shitty spots, but it's also home to the best from around the world. I'm in Germany on business at the moment, and I have been absolutely spoiled by the food, the beer. I'll be in Paris next month, so I'll see how that compares.